Welcome back to Intentionally Judith. I believe if you are not originally from Africa, you might not understand what the thumbnail meant. Susu or Esusu Unjangi, whatever you call it in Africa, is a type of microfinance whereby a trusted group of individuals come together. Maybe they are colleagues or they're originally from the same area, but basically they have some form of identity that group them together, or they're just friends. They contribute a certain sum of money on a weekly, monthly basis, and at the end of the time period assigned, whether it's the month or the week, somebody gets to collect the pot of money for that month. So whether there are five people contributing $1,000, if they do this monthly, at the end of the month, there's a pot of 5,000 because everybody put in the 1,000, right? And someone gets to take the pot for that month, and it goes like that for a period of months or throughout the year, depending on the number or depending on how they work it up. Once I started working and I got exposed to investing my money, whether it's in the 401k or any other vehicle for investment, I started resisting the idea of doing the Jangi or Susu, because for me, just putting the money together and having no interest didn't make any sense. But Susu also comes with a lot of advantages. It's also a way to get people together. People who identify with certain values or a specific history. Usually, people come together, but if they don't have any vested reason to be there, they will not really participate. Most of these organizations have found out that when they have this money pot going on, people get more invested in the group or the association. In most African communities, Susu or Jangi has become a way to get people together because they get to do a lot of other things. I understand a lot of ways I can invest my money better, but because of the added benefits of the community of networking that we do using the Susu as the backbone of the group, I still have to join some of those groups to be part of my community. I want to talk about the lost opportunity that we have in how we use the susu or a susu on Jangi money. I truly believe that a lot of people should stop doing susu years after years if they don't have anything to show for that money. We should not waste our time doing susu years after years without maximizing it, because at the end of the day, your susu is your seed. You should not eat the seed, you should invest the seed and multiply the seed. I want to talk about 5 ways you can actually make the susu work for you. You need to have a reason. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing the susu? For me, the reason I do susu is because I want to be part of a certain group. So if I really need to be part of that community of that group, I'll have to partake in the money pot. Say if I contribute $500 every month, and when it's my time to receive the money pot, I'm not just going to put that money back in my account and spend it on my expenses. No, I need to have a game plan when I start such Jangi or Isusu. You can have many ways to multiply your Susu or your Jangi, because your money pot is your seed. It is the money that you were able to save. So if you were able to save that money for those number of months, you should multiply that money. You should not put it back to be spent on regular expenses. Now, the first thing you should do with your susu, with your money pot, is to set up an emergency fund. In case you do not have an emergency plan yet, everybody needs an emergency fund because life happens. So once you receive that seed, if you are able to partake in the money pot, it means that you have the ability to put that amount of money on the side. So don't eat it up again once you receive it back. Don't eat it, don't spend it, don't waste it. Multiply it. So if you do not have an emergency plan in place, open a saving account, not in your regular bank where you can easily go and take the money from that bank and spend on the regular expenses. No. Find another bank that is a little bit difficult for you to access. Open a high yield savings account. You don't even need to have the card on you at all times. You just save the information somewhere, so it's a little bit difficult for you to access that information. Complete the money pot for the rest of the year without digging into that if you already collected before the SUSU ended. That's the first way you can make your SUSU work for you. The second way you can make your Jangi, your money pot work for you is if you have debt, it's an opportunity for you to clean up the debt, right? If you know you have pending debt, you can negotiate with other members of the group and get to collect the money pot a little bit earlier in the year. You can say, please, can I connect this money pot in January, February, so you can take care of your debt. And for the rest of the year, you're just paying back to the other member of the group. That's an option. You can do that. And that's setting you ahead, because if you're able to clear your debt like that, and you're not incurring more debt, you're setting yourself ahead to be able to do more with the money the next time you do the SUSU. So that's the second way you can use your SUSU money to set yourself up for success. Don't eat the seed, multiply it for your advantage. If you just do that, you should be able to pay off your debt in a blink of an eye. And if you're disciplined to not take more debt, you can use your SUSU to make bulk payment and then pay back the group. The third way you can maximize your money pot is by investing it. When it comes to investing, I'm going to talk about 3 ways you can invest your money pot. The first way is to invest passively on the stock market. You don't need to know too much about the stock market. You can just open a brokerage account and actually have people help you set up a little portfolio. If you just start with index fund, you pick 1 or 2 index funds, you're able to participate in the stock market with your money being invested in various companies. So this doesn't need a lot of upfront knowledge of the stock market. It's very easy to get started, and that's a very passive way that now you do this year after year. You can have a very big portfolio on the stock market, just buying those index funds year after year with your money pot and setting yourself ahead. That's the first way I'll say you can invest your money pot in the stock market, by buying index fund. For somebody who's not versed in the stock market or knowledgeable about that, you don't need to know too much about the stock market to get started with index funds. The second way you can invest your SUSU, your money pot, is you can invest it in properties. I'll give you an example. Some years ago, we were looking to buy a second home, and at that time, we made a decision, and before we knew it, we needed to put the money together for the down payment, and we knew we will need a jumbo loan. I asked a group of family and friends to help me raise the money. That you have to do this way before you buy the house, because lenders are not going to let it pass. You cannot be having a lot of money coming to your account when you're already in the lending process. You have to do it before you start the lending process. I put together a group of friends and family, and we started what we call in Cameroon, in Jangi, right, or Tontine, or the SUSU. I just organized it with my friends and family at that point, so that I will be able to collect the money pot right before I knew I was going to start the lending process from the home. And we did it, and I had a subsequent saving, because at the end of the day, it's your money you're putting aside. It's your money you're saving, but this gives you a good reason to put that money aside. I had a subsequent amount of money saved, and we did use that for the down payment of our home. So you can do the same. You plan ahead so that when you receive your money pot, it's around the time you want to get started on the lending process. So you have the down payment and the cash money that you need upfront for the purchase. So you can do that. You can do that over a couple of years. You can do that for your personal property or for an investment property, and before you know it, your money is multiplied. Your money is going further. And the third way you can invest that money is to start a business. That's a good way to put the money together to get started in the business. Say you want to start a bag production business and you need to get together about 1,000 pieces of inventory, you will need quite a sizable amount of money to put that together. If you get organized over 2 years, you participate in one or two money pot, then by the end of the 2 years, you can have the cash that you need to start with the business. And that's the way you can really maximize your susu. Let's do it with the big idea behind why we do it. Let's do it with a game plan. And again, your susu, your jangi is your seed. So let's be thoughtful about the way we use our susu, and let's use it as a seed to help us go further in our finances. I just wanted to share that nugget, and I hope somebody thinks about it and it blesses you. Again, thank you so much for joining me here.